How is that model being used?
It's been used in many interesting ways, from airline pilots on cockpit resource management programs, helping them solve problems in the cockpit and communicate more effectively, through to working with people in banks on innovation projects, coming up with new products, new ideas, new services. And of course, as I mentioned before, in the oil refinery, tackling problems of safety, tackling problems of project management. And all of these are ways in which you can use those 5 skills. If you take the cockpit resource situation, if you're flying at 30,000 feet, if you really hit a serious problem, you have probably 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, depending on how you're flying the airplane, before you hit the ground. It's not a long time to actually solve a problem. And what we did, we worked with a major airline to help the people in the cockpit, the captain and the co-pilot and the flight engineer, have a common language and a common system, rather than just reacting to the emergency. They could actually go through inquiry, diagnosis, summary, proposing, coordinating, and think through whether they'd done those steps and know that they were doing them in some sort of logical order. Likewise, when you're tackling problems in a refinery, you might not have a lot of time. If in fact there's a really dangerous problem, you need people to have a similar system and a similar way of approaching it. Likewise, when you're dealing with creative problems or issues and opportunities in a banking environment or any environment where you've got business opportunities, you want people to have a similar kind of approach, not in terms of the ideas, but in terms of the way they communicate with each other about those ideas to solve the problem.
So how easy is it to learn these skills?
Mainly by actually practicing in real situations. If you do it theoretically, it just looks like another model. And the real issue is whether or not you can practice those on a real time situation when you have a real issue to confront. Most people say, do you have to go through inquiry, diagnosis, summarising, proposing and coordinating? Now typically if you go to your doctor will initially say, okay, how long have you had the problem? Is anybody else in your family has had the problem? Does it hurt? Da, da, da. That is an inquiry. Next, they will take some time out and say, okay, well, let's try and understand what's causing this pain that you've got. That is a diagnosis. Next, they will usually come up and summarize and say, well, in my view, this is not only the evidence, but the reasoning and the thought process behind my diagnosis and what perhaps I'm going to say to you next. And then they come up with a proposal, prescription, and eventually you get some sort of prescription which is coordinating the action. Now, you don't always have to go through those 5 steps. It may be well that you actually have got a lot of information before you come into the meeting and you can go into diagnosis. There may be other occasions when people are putting to you a solution and you're going back to the problem. There are times when in fact you really think that it's pretty obvious what the solution is. What we should really go out is test it in practice. So there's no reason necessarily to always go through logically and one step after another. What you should be doing is using the skills which are appropriate to the situation. But particularly if you're a team leader, making sure that you haven't got some people who are inquiring while other people are trying to coordinate.
Exactly. Thank you for your time, Charles, and I look forward to using the CPS model in my own work.